Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Tuesday night the 9th of September 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. Transcribed by Wiser, now emailed to recaps, Intel only. Welcome everybody to the big call tonight. It is Tuesday, September 9th and you're listening to the big call. Thanks for joining us again on the big call, where we hope we have a lot of good information to give you. And we know we have great stuff coming from Sue and from Bob, and hopefully from me as well. So let's get into our little Intel segment. We've got a few things to bring up. First of all, we did get something yesterday, which I think is very good from our Social Security contacts. And they said that Social Security increases are locked in place for the month of September. Now I know you guys that get your Social Security on the first Wednesday the 3rd did not get your increase, and tomorrow is the second week on the 10th. I don't know if you're going to get it or not. But I've been told the increase itself is locked in, which means sometime in the month of September, the increase should show up. Okay. Now, as far as Doge and the $150 trillion that's supposed to be part of the dividends of the tariff dividends and so on. I don't know the latest on that. We were told a while ago that we should get that also in the month of September, but we'll have to wait and see if that's what happens. Okay, the other thing is, I'm thinking of or whatever else I wanted to mention. Well, Sue covered it very nicely about the idea of the experience of going into the redemption centers and what we should come out with. Remember, you'll come out with your credit debit card, which will give you the opportunity to do either credit or debit. You'll come out with a Quantum card that's attached to your Quantum account. This is what I wanted to say about that. If you're a married couple going in to do your exchange together, which is recommended, one of the two of you will actually do the biometric fingerprint or thumbprint. And all of the other parts of it, which are the new username, new password, the 5-digit PIN code, if you will, and the new email and new password for the email, all of that, those little 6 steps are what you need to do to access your Quantum account using your Quantum card. Now, only one of the two of you can do that if you're married and you go in as a couple, so just decide which of the two you want to be the one to do it. And the other person, of course, will have signing privileges on bank accounts and everything. The only thing, remember, the Quantum card is only used for one purpose, to move money from the Quantum account into one or more of your bank accounts. So if you go into your Chase and go into your Wells and go into your Trust account, however you set it up, and that would be what it's used for. And remember, for the first 60 days, they want us to put an amount from our Quantum into a master account. I call it masterwork. Call it a primary account with Wells. Put an amount in there that you think you'll need for the first 2 or 3 months, and then after they see how you spend it, making sure that you don't do something wrong with it. And then when that happens, they will watch you make sure. The Quantum account will watch to see how you spend. It's simple as that. The QFs, the Quantum financial system, will monitor all transactions. That's okay. If we're not doing anything wrong, it's not a big deal. Now, after 15 days, you can move a much larger for whatever you want to move into primary or secondary bank accounts. Okay, so that's if you haven't Trust already. You should put your exchange in the Trust so that you're covered and it's considered private, obviously. And you have your trustees, and you have your successor trustees, should something unfortunate happen to the primary trustees. And you've got your beneficiaries and all of that stuff, right, and successor beneficiaries, possibly. So all of that, if you've got it set up, is good to go. If you don't have a trust, they would like for you to have one made through your attorney. Whatever attorney you want to choose, state planning attorney, trust attorney, and if you don't have one, or don't know of one, they can help you to get one. And they want you to have a trust in place within the first 30 days of your exchange. Okay? They want it done. And some of us have it done already. If you've got LLCs already set up, I've got my LLC. So I need to modify one or maybe 2 of them to reflect the change that I want to make in the name of the LLC and I'm going to put 4 different accounts together that would be sub-accounts underneath the primary account. They'd be secondary, each one in the name of an LLC. Okay. So you need to get with an estate planning attorney fairly soon. If you don't have one yet, if you don't have one and don't have a trust yet, they really way to go. We haven't talked a lot about trust, about the mechanics of it, but it's something that you should get with a professional on. Okay, now that takes care of that aspect of it. The other thinking is we are very close to getting notified. I don't have an exact day that I think it would come, but I have an opinion, and I'll tell you why. You guys have heard the term disclosure. You've heard that we will be getting some disclosure on certain things that have happened in our history to get the truth brought out. Well, guess what Thursday's date is? 9/11. Do you think there might be a possibility that we will receive an emergency alert system and an emergency broadcast system notice and broadcast on 9/11? I think it's very likely that will be brought out about what really happened on 9/11 and several other things like the Mora building in Oklahoma City that blew up that whole thing. I think also we could get something about the excellent Valdez oil spill. I think we could get something about the BP oil spill in the Gulf, and we should get another piece of disclosure. It might take 2, 3, 4 days. I've been told we could get 5 days of disclosure that could start on Thursday the 11th of September, 9/11 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 5 days. We'll see. Just keep that in mind now. What about where we are right now? I've not been contacted. I do not yet have an 800 number to put out. I think that could change in the next day or so, and based on the idea of the possibility of the emergency broadcast system on Thursday, we could very well get started, I think on Thursday. Now I don't have that absolutely, I'm hearing some things that are making me go in that direction. That's all. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, but I feel it is coming to that conclusion. So, what do you do the meantime? Do what Sue suggested about getting your paperwork, your files and all of that lined out. Make sure your currency is lined out ready to go. You've got it organized by country and currency of that country. You've got it set up by denominations, meaning the value of each note, from highest to lowest, or lowest to highest. You've got it set up where they just feed it right into the Delarue machine and identify it, verify it, count it, all of that. And what I would suggest is that you get ready for the med beds that are coming out and that are there. They're waiting for us. We've got to get the exchange done first before we have access. And they're going to give people with dire needs and ZIM holders first priority. So if you have ZIM and you've got medical needs and other things like that, you'll get in a little sooner. You want to let them know if that's the case. Alright, one other thing before I do another medbed, because I don't want to forget this, I found out today. Even though we've talked about the contract rate at the redemption center on the dinar, the Iraqi dinar, by the way, I don't think, since this is Tuesday, we didn't have this. On Saturday, the Iraqi dinar was finally published in the Gazette, their official publication, and it becomes law when something is published in the Gazette. They had the dinar in the Gazette, since it was public, and you could theoretically find it. It was at $3.91 at that time. Dinar market updates. Now it's going up, and it's already traded up significantly since then, since Saturday, and I've got raised. I'm not going to say, pay what they are, but they're higher. I gotta go even higher. Remember what Dr. Sino al-Shabibi said back in 2012 at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce meeting? He said he believed when asked by Blue Star, what value to the US dollar did he believe the Iraqi dinar could support? Dr. Shadi said, I believe the Iraqi dinar will support a rate of about $16, now that's a killer rate. It's not at 16 yet, but realize it could very well be on our way, and it would not surprise me at all at the redemption centers. Not at the banks, but at the redemption center, you could see a rate easily on the front screen of that amount $16. Now we're not here to do rates, but I will say this, the contract rate on the dinar is only available at the redemption center. Not available at the bank, can't get it there. It's going to be substantially higher, but you have dinar, you need to call the 800 number. Set up an appointment and go give, and especially if you have ZIM, nobody else will be doing the same except the redemption centers period. So the contract rate on the dinar was officially agreed upon, already by President Trump and by let's just say the Prime Minister of Iraq and the head of the CBI, Dr. Alec. And so I think it is a lock. It's locked in, and it's a very good rate, and it does not appear to be contingent on the per barrel price of oil selling from Iraq because it's already agreed upon, it's contracted. And I finally got that through my head today. I wanted to share that with you guys, bring up anybody that has dinar. So med beds are available for us very soon after we exchange, and you should have a list of your SIX people that you recommend or that you're referring to go into the med bed when you go in, to give them that list. When you go into the med bed center, we're calling them the med bed center. When you go in there, get that list of 6 name and phone numbers. We have address or email that they don't have to. I'm just working off my contact list and doing that from my phone. Right away after you exchange, you can get in there 5 or 6 days for most people with a dire need, maybe a little sooner. But I think they want ZIM holders and dire need in first, right away. They want us to live a long time to see our projects come to fruition. Keep an eye out between now and Thursday. And you know, we expect to have a call Thursday night. Maybe it'll be a celebration call. Who knows, but be prepared for it, and I just look forward to it as much as you guys do. Okay, so let's do this. Let's thank everybody. Thanks Sue for doing a marvelous job on the teaching and on bringing the prayer requests praise reports out. And everything else he does for me and for us on the big call. And thank you Bob for a wonderful job with boomers. So I'm excited about I'm going to say towards the end of the week. Let's see where it goes. Let's thank Big Call Universe for you guys listening to us on the big call for the last 14 years. Alright, so thank you everybody. Let's go ahead and pray the call out, and we'll turn off the recording. We look forward to great things on Thursday or by Thursday. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: DinarRecaps.com